So today I'm going to be testing out the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 3GS photo and video comparison. The iPhone 10 came out in 2017 and this was the 10th anniversary iPhone. The iPhone 3GS came out in 2009. It has that one lens. It was actually the first iPhone that did the video as well. So let's just take a look at a couple of photos that we've taken with the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 3GS, and you can make your judgment of what you think looks better. The iPhone 10 is capable of 4K 60 frames per second, where the iPhone 3GS is capable of 480p. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see what they both look like and how they compare. But let's just test them out. The iPhone 3GS came out on June 19th, 2009 and it got discontinued in 2012. This phone came out for 3 years and it was originally released with iPhone OS 3, although it stopped supporting updates on iOS 6.1.6, which is actually what this phone is on at the minute. This phone was superior to the iPhone 3. So this is the iPhone 3, which came out in 2008. When this phone came out, it was said to say that the S stood for speed. The S continued right up until the iPhone 10. So the iPhone 3GS was actually the first iPhone that would support video with 480p at 30 frames per second, and it is incredibly slow with taking a photo. So just for a quick comparison, I'm just going to include one photo from all three of these phones, the iPhone 3G, the iPhone 3GS and the iPhone 10, and then I'm going to show you the back-facing iPhone 3GS camera and the front-facing iPhone 10 camera. When using both of these phones, it's quite obvious that there is quite a lot of differences within the speed. So the iPhone 3GS came in two models. It came with the 16GB and 32GB, and the 32GB has actually been around for quite a while. I think they stopped continuing 32GB on the iPhone 7. So the 3GS in comparison with the gigabytes to the original iPhone, the iPhone 2G, that came out in 4, 18 and 16GB. The iPhone 3G was the first phone that would actually feature autofocus, where the only thing you can do on the 3G is actually zoom. Okay, so the interesting thing about some of these photos is that they kind of run on the dark side, which means that none of them are really overexposed too much. And I mean, the camera isn't exactly good, but it's not exactly bad. Like, for 2009, this was one of the greatest cameras out. So as you can see from around this photo, is that the bokeh seems to be doing a really good job of actually focusing around the item that you want in focus. But the actual quality of the photo compared to the 10, it hasn't done a bad job at all. With the sun exposure as well, it does really try and blend in with the sun, and I don't think it's done exactly the best job here. As you can see, it's really dark around this corner here, so the only main focus that you can properly see is this bridge here, and the C. There's not really much focus points that you can actually do, although you can tap to focus. It doesn't really do anything because half the time it's in focus anyway. And this was actually the first photo that I took on the 3GS of my MacBook Pro. Love it.